Okay, I think we're streaming now. Okay, cool. Do I have to sign in to... Okay, no, I'm not doing all this right now. Freaking OBS. Alright, anyway. We're back with some Peak. It's been, we've had a break. I've gotten a little bit sick in the meantime, so apologies in advance about my voice. But, being sick isn't going to stop me from reading some Peak. So, let's get into it. Chapter 1185. Y'all better buzz off. Alright, what do we got? Got Hancock on the cover. Hancock hones her cooking skills for Luffy. I mean, it looks like she's burning everything to crisps. Which, I mean, depending on how cooked that is, I'm sure Luffy would still eat it. Lawson's Pari Pari chicken is insane. It's the type of food you could open a store and sell just that. I mean, I feel like you just gave this Lawson guy an idea, Oda. Alright, into the chapter. Candle, make Brook your page. Teach him good manners and how to speak properly. You got it, Lord Leuven. There's our boy. I'm trying to remember. The last chapter, it ended with just like the close-up on Brook's face, I think, right? Yeah. All right. Wow, the palace is packed with cute babes. There's one hottie, two hottie. Not her. Yo. Three hotties. Cut it out. Don't worry, you're still number one, Candle. That's Lady Candle. You're my page now. Yo, let me see your panties. Brooke. Alright, so I love that that gag was just with him as a child, like from the beginning. Hey, do you have an issue with wearing your school uniform? If I let that school cramp my style, I won't be able to jam and make good tunes anymore. Don't worry, though. I'm looking forward to rocking a Guard Corps uniform one day. Okay, sorry. Don't worry, though. I'm looking forward to rocking a Guard Corps uniform one day. Good old Brooke. I don't know, Candle. I'm still somewhat suspicious of you. I know we found out that line in the last chapter. She wasn't exactly saying trusted, devoted Blade, but she was saying like trusted Blade or something like that. I don't know. I'm still not entirely throwing out the God's Night Candle allegations yet. But anyway. Gotta admit, I'm jealous. I can't believe this kid gets to be Lady Candle's page. Yo-ho-ho. Candle, do you have a type of guy you go for? Lady Candle, there is one man, but he's out of my league. Interesting. Still, the reason I train so hard with the sword is to be by his side. Interesting. I bet you'd get him... Wait, I'd bet you'd get him if you dressed more like a chick instead of a dude. Hilarious. That's not necessary. Being near him is more than enough for me. Huh? Near him? Does that mean it's me? Of course not. Aw. Okay. My prediction right now, she's talking about Garling. Just like I do remember all of the other simps, like all the other women in like the Mary Joie, they were simping over Garling. And I don't know. If she is a God's Knight, I have a feeling that's who she might be talking about, but we'll see. Anyway. Of course not. Lady Candle, don't tell me you even wear men's underwear. I don't. Really? Then you gotta let me see your panties. Jesus, Brooke. Brooke, your language is not improving. You have to be polite and use honorifics when you ask someone for a favor. Oh, there it is. Would you be so kind as to show me your panties? There it is. See, he's asking politely now. Of course not. Even outside of politeness, you need to consider basic decency too. I'm going to drill good etiquette into you. Good grief. Ah. Strength and etiquette go hand in hand. What? Then I'll do my best. I mean, I shall endeavor to give it my all. All right, cutting forward a little bit. There's not a soul around who doesn't admire Lady Candle. So are we back now to when he was 20 years old, I think, and she was like a teenager, I think? Yeah, I think so. She shines like the sun over the whole nation. Now that I think about it, there was one time a world government ship drifted up. Wait. Now that I think about it, there was one time a world government ship drifted up here in Asperia. The kingdom was thrown into panic as no one had ever dealt directly with people of such stature, the celestial dragons. Damn. Yep, the pressure was overwhelming. Lady Candle was actually bedridden for a few weeks after that, probably due to stress. Interesting. You wouldn't believe how dark the kingdom felt back then. Yo ho ho. I shouldn't laugh, but it really was like the sun set on our kingdom. Interesting, interesting. So, a world government ship came through with celestial dragons and had an encounter with Candle, and then afterward she was bedridden for a few weeks, or for a few months after that. All right, let me just keep reading. But that was just the beginning. You wouldn't believe the influx of news that followed, Princess. Your father, the renowned rugged prince, ascended the throne, and at the same time he married your mother, Lady Candle. The celebrations across Asperia were as thrilling as a live concert. And then we were blessed by your birth, Princess Shuri. Wait a second. Hold on. I don't know if he's necessarily saying that this is all happening around the same time. So wait, was Candle actually talking about Leuven? I have a feeling she was talking about one of the God's Knights, but anyway, let me keep reading. And then we were blessed by your birth, Princess Shuri. The nation positively bubbled over with joy. People were always saying, I want to see her face, or she's so cute, or she takes after her mother. Oops, I'm getting off topic. But you get the picture. That's why I love your folks. They're my ultimate benefactors. In fact, I'd gladly relinquish my life for those two. Check out my latest hit, Relinquish Rock. Ha! Mommy and Daddy. So, Brooke, what would you do if I were in danger? That's obvious. I'd lay down my life in a heartbeat for you too. Is that just because I'm their daughter? No, it's because you're you. You're supposed to say that wholeheartedly, without hesitation. With the hesitation. So wait, let me read that back then. So it's like, is that just because I'm... that's obvious. I laid down my life in a heartbeat for you too. Is that just because I'm their daughter? No, it's because you're you. You're supposed to say that wholeheartedly, without hesitation. Ha! Oh my goodness, yeah. Brooke nonchalant sword style. Love it. Hey, Daddy, use father instead. You're not a little girl anymore. Love you too, father. Princess Shuri, if you're craving freedom from your parents, you know you can always vent it out with a song like this. Huh? I'm a little confused what's happening here. This guy has a thing on his head. Were these like other suitors that were trying to pine after her? And she got injured somehow? Y'all better buzz off. Hey, there's the chapter title. Why do those lyrics sound so weird? Okay, yeah. I think we're just going through Shuri's life right now. Because, yeah, we got this with the dog. Very much reminds me of that one panel of Crocodile holding the... or it wasn't a panel, it was a cover story. But it was a crocodile holding a little, like, water... or an umbrella for over a dog. I was literally about to just call that, like, a water cover. Need more coffee. All right. Y'all better buzz off. Haha, why do those lyrics sound so weird? Mm-hmm. It's a dialect from a kingdom called Kamigata. Uh-huh. Okay, so... Hold on. I guess the conversation is probably happening here, or like in the background, but we're just getting just montage of Brooke and Shuri's lives. So I guess this was just like from a sparring incident or something, and he was just bringing her first aid. I do find it a little weird that first aid is an X instead of a plus, but whatever. And then, yeah, this Brooke trying to hit on some other people. To the chagrin of Candle. It's a dialect from a kingdom in the west called Kamigata. Yeah, this is funny. The irony. Even though I think... a couple of times, I think it was just a gag, but like when we first met Brooke, they like showed him a mirror, I think, and wasn't that the first time he's seen himself as a skeleton, and he just like scared himself. But yeah, y'all better buzz off. We ain't pups bought off with treats. Ha! That's cute. We ain't kids turned around by sweets. Damn, they actually really did have some good like family moments. This is not looking great for Candle. I'm just gonna say that. In Shuri's 15th year, it's out of tune. Music died in the kingdom of Vesperia. A thick mist shrouded the country and lingered for half a year. The land's treasured instruments decayed as the mist turned to smog. The island was swallowed whole. Damn. Okay, interesting. Music no longer echoed through the streets. Joyful melodies gave way to the sound of coughing. Let's bring on the music, cough. Damn. The toxic smog ravaged the lungs of tens of thousands and claimed the lives of hundreds. The fog will clear. It must. Damn. Damn. Dog, give Brooke a break. Jesus Christ, man. That just looks fucking terrible right there. Was that meant to be Brooke? I don't know. All right. Beset by one unimaginable tragedy after another, the kingdom knew nothing but suffering. Even after the fog had lifted, the scars it caused remained. Oh, shit. So that's how Candle died? Okay. Let's throw out everything that I've been thinking about her being a God's Knight. Damn. 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 Okay. All right. Sorry, Candle. Very baseless accusations. Damn. All right. Pour one out for Candle. Like, the one good mom in this, well, I mean, outside of the current present day Elbath moms, but like a good One Piece mom, like through and through. You'll have to see it. Pouring out for Princess or Queen Candle. And poor Brooke, man. Poor Brooke. Look at that, man. All right. So now it's just Brooke, Leuven, and Shuri. Interesting. So I guess that person that she was talking about before was Leuven? There is one man, but he's out of my league. The reason I train so hard with the sword is to be by his side. Okay, maybe it was Leuven. All right. Anyway. Your Highness, we still owe the government this year's heavenly tribute, but we can't afford to pay them. Oh, shit. Yeah, whoa there. Princess, the way you move, sometimes it's like you can see the future. Some observation hockey getting unlocked for her? I'm gonna be just like mommy. I mean, mother. I think you would be well suited for that, but I doubt your father would be pleased at the notion of you fighting on the front lines, Princess. Father, he seems troubled lately. I have an idea why, but there's nothing we can do about it. I will simply follow the king to the very end. Didn't you want to become a pirate, Brooke? I'm happy to put my own dreams on hold while I repay my debt to His Majesty. Interesting. Interesting. I'm just thinking back now, like, yeah, like, well, I'll keep reading, but maybe he did have an encounter with the Rumbar pirates, but, like, he, like, didn't want to leave King Leuven behind, so he's like, okay, maybe later. But anyway, yeah. I'm happy to put my own dreams on hold while I repay my debt to His Majesty. When the time comes, I'm going with you. Absolutely not. Try and stop me. The world government is our enemy. This means war. Dog, they fucked him up. What? Either that or he's had better days. Understood. Commander, Your Majesty, I just asked that you tell us your reasoning first. Brooke. All right, what's Brooke about to do? Okay, Brooke. They demanded 1,000 slaves. That is the only way they would waive this year's heavenly tribute. Slavery in the Holy Land is a fate worse than death. Yeah. No way. The government's armada will arrive in 2 months, and I have no intention of choosing human sacrifices to hand over to them. Hell yeah. Dog, this is a good king. Harold. Just saying. Is our country done for, Commander? Don't all non-members, Is our country done for, Commander? Don't all non-member nations turn into lawless zones? Are they really going to loot us for everything we've got? Apparently there was once another nation in the West Blue that disappeared too. Wait. Either they're talking about some other island, or I don't think he's talking about God Valley, because doesn't God Valley happen like much later after this? I'll keep reading. Apparently, there was once another nation in the West Blue that disappeared too. Yeah, I can only imagine he's talking about. Well, he can't be talking about God Valley because that shit hasn't happened yet. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Actually, I don't even know anymore. No, I'm pretty sure it has not happened yet. He was on that boat for 50 years, and God Valley happened 38 years ago. Anyway, I've heard there's all these tales out where the deadly sea wind wails. About a land that makes the mighty shake with fear, a land they won't come near. A home for the samurai. Oh, okay. Wano's in the... He's not talking about Wano. Like, here, at least. Anyway. A home for the samurai and them giant folk. It exists like all the tales spoke. Okay, so he's talking about Wano and Elbaf, two unaffiliated nations. Well, at least now unaffiliated. Very interesting. But also two places that just like they don't that the world government doesn't come near, not necessarily because they're lawless, but because of just like either like the inhabitants or just like the geography of it. Like a mean'll be a sting and they'll flee. They said to consider your views. 'Cause we've got nothing left to lose. Like a mean'll be a sting and they'll flee. They said to consider your views. Because we've got nothing left to lose. Interesting. Ah, hey, that's right. They've landed on the North Port. Platoon 12, intercept. Y'all better buzz off. Nobody said that there'd be this many of them. Damn. Don't let them set foot on the island. Y'all better buzz off. Damn. Here, we're out here on the map's edge, but don't y'all scoff. Oh my god, he's singing and fighting at the same time. That's our goat right there. Our name ain't something that can be wiped with ease. Ooh. You'll find taking our home ain't gonna be no breeze. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Fucking cold panel from our boy right there. Love it. Commander, the enemy has breached the palace. I'll hold the barricade at the staircase. Why can't I fight too? That's out of the question. We'll be at their mercy if they capture you. Don't you have any crazy ideas? Okay, oh my goodness. Don't you have any crazy ideas now, princess? It's a raider. Oh man, princess, the garden we always walked in. Oh wait, oh man, princess, the garden we always walked in. It's been set ablaze. Damn. Okay, so I guess these look like CP9 or CP agents, while these are like actual Marines, maybe. Anyway. Oh, Your Majesty, the junkyard we used to play in has been reduced into a hellish inferno. God damn, dude. They gotta give my boy Brooke a break. Jesus. Look how much shit that he's gone through before even meeting the Rumbar pirates. Oh my goodness. Y'all better buzz off. Y'all better buzz off. The edge of the map's a hell of a sight, 'cause it shines mighty bright. If we finally snap for real, that shaking is all you'll feel. Your Majesty, Princess Shuri. Goda. That's all I gotta say. Goda. Oh, that's peak right there. That's some peak right there. All right. Let's see what we're taking a look at right now. We got what looks like, I'm assuming, another God's Knight over here. Emu possessed Shuri. Leuven, who was also turned into a demon. Fuck. And then, I'm assuming, is this Mars? Or is this Emu? I want to say this is Mars. Worried about the war. It's already over, Brooke. Damn. 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 And yeah, who is this guy? I guess we're going to see in the next chapter. Aren't you happy? What happened here? Okay, so what not Emu possessed Brooke, but I guess just dummy reverse-eyed? Damn. Goda. So yeah, I'm like 50% sure that that's Mars and not Emu. Because like we've seen Mars's form before. It's a giant bird-looking thing. But then again, why would we be showing the silhouette right now? Damn. Damn. No break next week, right? Break next week? God damn it, man. Oh, man. But this is going to be feeding us for a little bit, for sure. But yeah, I can only imagine that, like, they got invaded by the world government. While the invasion is happening, Leuven, I guess, met up with a God's Knight, or maybe the God's Knights, they invaded Asperia. But, yeah, like, actually, I don't know if these are good. Well, maybe this guy's a God's Knight, but I don't think it's, maybe that could be Emu, because, like, actually, wait, no, sorry. I'm, like, having a conversation with myself. I was thinking for a second, like, this can't be Emu because of, like, the, you know, the bird-like structure and whatnot, but at the same time, like, how are these two people getting Dami reverse-eyed without Emu there? But then again, we saw that happen on God Valley in the Rocks flashback when, like, I think people started getting turned into demons before Emu actually showed up and possessed Saturn. Because, like, yeah, Emu possession, like, I think we would be seeing, like, you know, the Emu eyes and whatnot. This just looks like Dami reverse eye. God. Poor Brooke, man. Losing Candle like that, and then he fucking, his home gets burned down, and then he walks in on his friend getting killed by his daughter. But I'm assuming this is going to get wrapped up, like, pretty quickly and abruptly, because, I mean, until recently, Brooke thought that, yeah, this was just Shuri killing Leuven. I don't know how much attention he's, like, paying to the winged parts, but, like, at the same time, I don't know if he can really explain that either. I hope there has, like, some explanation too, as to just, like, how are like how are people just like like thinking that this is just like their original personality? Like, they could see the fucking wings, they could see the eyes, they could see the horns, and I guess the black fire. But, like, Brooke, I can give him a little bit of a, like, leeway here because, you know, he's in shock right now, and fucking what's his name, Shuri Gunko or whatever. Like, they have this a close connection that he's, like, he can't believe what he's seeing right now. So I can kind of get it from his perspective. But I'm talking about like remember Whitebeard and Kaido and Big Mom? Like they all just thought that Rox was just like all of a sudden evil. Granted, they didn't really trust him to begin with, but like I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. Was it Whitebeard that knew that like something had changed? I don't know. I don't know. I just need I need this chapter to this that's we're not gonna get for another 2 weeks. But yeah, good stuff, man. Goda. All right. Until next time.